Assalamu alaikum. Thank you so much for coming to join me for another episode of Layla with Dhib. Today we are in episode 16, so if you haven't caught up on the previous episodes, then please do so. No announcements until the end. We actually have a whole other video coming up on this channel, if it hasn't come up before this, on all of the updates that we have for everything that happened in November and all the exciting stuff that we've got coming up for learning Arabic here on the channel for the rest of the year up until the end of December. So we'll do that in a different video, but for now, let's just get straight into it. We'll do an Arabic language reading as we usually do. Throughout this whole passage, inshallah. So we're about a quarter of the way through the page. I think because this is quite long, we're going to do in 3/3. We did up until we did from Shuja'atun ya Layla. That was how we ended the last one. And now we're going to do this little dialogue here from Ta'ajjaba Layla. This is in the middle of page 14. If you're not following along, then you can get a hold of the book. There will be a link to the book for free in the description section. And yeah, we're on page 14, a third of the way down from Ta'ajjabat Layla. So I will read from there for you. I'll also put it up on the screen as well so that you guys can read along from the screen. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. تعجبت ليلى. لاحظت أن الشخص الذي أمامها فيه غرابة. إنه يختلف اختلافا كبيرا عن شخص جدتها. سألت: ذراعان طويلتان، لماذا؟ لأعانق بهما عناقا جيدا. سألت: الساقان طويلتان، لماذا؟ لأجري بهما جريا جيدا. سألت: الأذنان متدليتان، لماذا؟ لأسمع بهما جيدا. سألت: الأسنان بارزة، لماذا؟ لأنهش بهما نهشا جيدا. طيب. So we have a whole dialogue. There's this dialogue between Layla and a dhib, or what is the dhib pretending to be the jeddah. So what happens? تعجبت Layla. This verb تعجب, it is what we call form 5. We do these verbs in the program. تعجب means to kind of be amazed by something, or to find something wondrous. Good, yes. The term ajib can sort of be wondrous, but تعجبت Layla, she's kind of she's kind of in awe of something maybe. لاحظت أن الشخص. الفعل لاحظ يعني to notice something. لاحظ in the past tense, he noticed. يلاحظ in the present tense, but in this case it's لاحظت in the feminine because we're talking about Layla, just as we use تعجبت in the feminine too. لاحظت أن الشخص, she realized that the person الذي أمامها, that is أمام يعني in front of, that is in front of her, which means her, referring to Layla. فيه غرابة, in it is strangeness. غرابة is a noun meaning sort of strangeness. Good. The fihi uses a masculine pronoun here, he, which is referring to the shakhs, right? She hasn't misgendered the grandmother, or the wolf pretending to be the grandmother. She's not saying in the grandmother, it's saying in the shakhs. The shakhs is the person, which is a masculine noun. Very nice. Okay. إنه يختلف اختلافا كبيرا عن شخص جدتها. Good. So the verb اختلف is a form 8 verb, which means to differ from. We often hear the term اختلاف, which means like difference or dispute. For example, we talk about having اختلاف between the ulama. Sometimes there's اختلاف on a certain opinion, or اختلاف الآراء, there's a difference of opinion on a certain matter. Good, but this is really nice. So this is actually a grammatical structure called al-maf'ul al-mutlaq, where you use a verb and then you use the masdar of that verb. In this case, اختلف اختلافا. You use it in the mansub. اختلف يختلف اختلافا. He differs a differing كبيرا. He differs a big differing. Okay, this is one of Arabic's ways of kind of describing verbs. You know, the most common example that all Arabic teachers give, I'm guilty of it as well, it would be in all Arabic textbooks, is ضربه ضربا شديدا. He hit him a severe hitting. Arabic kind of has this has this expression, it has this way of describing verbs. And we see this a number of times. I'm explaining this now because we see it maybe 4 times or 3 times or something, which is an unusually high amount for the kind of structure that it is. So يختلف اختلافا كبيرا. It differs a big differing عن شخص جدتها, from the person of her grandmother. سألت, she asked. الذراعان طويلتان. الذراع is the arm. ذراع is an arm. Yes, we hear in the ayah that comes to mind is the ayah in Surah Kahf talking about the dog. ذراعيه بالوصيد, that his ذراعيه, his 2 arms were sort of stretched out. ذراعيه بالوصيد. We don't tend to talk about a dog having arms, do we? But from that we get the picture that it's the front legs. Good. But ذراعان are the 2 arms. طويلتان, this is feminine. Okay, the term ذراع doesn't have a ta مربوطة on the end. We wouldn't initially look at the term ذراع and think it's feminine. But body parts that come in pairs are feminine, which is another real benefit we get from this little passage. Good. ذراعان طويلتان. The 2 arms are long. Why? This is what Layla is saying, but your 2 arms are long. Why? The wolf says, or pretending to be the grandmother, لأعانق بهما عناقا جيدا. الفعل عانق يعني to hug. عانق. I've mentioned on this channel before that your unuq is your throat or your neck. So when you عانق, you kind of neck each other. I mean, if we were to say that you were necking someone in English, we don't say that, but that's where the verb comes from anyway. عانق, meaning to hug somebody. عانق, but he says here, لأعانق, to hug, بهما, with the 2 of them, عناقا جيدا, a good hugging. Okay, this is another مفعول مطلق. This is أعانق عناقا جيدا. This is I hug a good hugging, or in this case لأعانق, so that I can hug عناقا جيدا, a good hugging. I can hug a good hugging. We'll continue. نستمر. We continue. سألت الساقان طويلتان لماذا? So الساق means a shin. Okay. الساقان ساقان, however you want to say it. طويلتان. The 2 shins are long. Okay. The 2 shins are long. لماذا? Why are your shins so long? Good. لأجري بهما جريا جيدا. Once again, another مفعول مطلق. لأجري, so that I can run بهما, with the 2 of them. جريا, a running جيدا. I can run with them, a good running. سألت الأذنان متدليتان. Very nice. So good. الأذنان, the 2 ears. Your udhun is your ear, but أذنان are your 2 ears. متدليتان. They are متدلية. It means they are dangling. Okay, متدليتان. Very nice. Which means the verb تدلى يتدلى means yes, it means to dangle. Good. لماذا? Why? لأسمع بهما جيدا, so that I will hear with them very well. I mean, I'm surprised that they didn't say لأسمع بهما سمعا جيدا, so I can hear with them a good hearing. But there's no need for it. We still know we know what it means. Good. سألت. So this is the next question. الأسنان بارزة لماذا? الأسنان. نعم. الأسنان جمع سن. Sin are your teeth. Your أسنان are your teeth in the plural. Good. And we actually use that term for when we're writing the flicks on Arabic letters. So for example, the letter sin, when we do this, we call those teeth on the letters. And even with the ba, with the ya, and any letter, we do like a little line upwards. We call those teeth. Those are asnan of your writing. But when I came across this line, I really like it because it's reminiscent a little bit of something that Al-Mutanabbi says, where he says in one of his poems, إِذَا رَأَيْتَ نَيُوبَ اللَّيْثِ بَارِزَةً. So in here we use the term bariz. The verb baraza, it's a form 3 verb, actually means to come out. In many of like the old Arab, like classical Arabic films, whether it's like Ar-Risala or the Omar series or whatever, you'll see people, if they come out to duel in a battle scene, they'll say, "Man yubariz." So because the verb baraza means to come out, and it means who will come out to duel, man yubariz. But yeah, baraza, it means to be coming out, to be protruding somehow. And the verse of poetry by Al-Mutanabbi is إِذَا رَأَيْتَ نُيُوبَ اللَّيْثِ. If you see the nuyub of the layth. The nuyub are specifically the canines, specifically. The nuyub are actually used for like elephants' tusks as well, but the nuyub are the big ones at the front. Nuyub al-laythi, if you see the canines of the layth, of the lion. Bird is a 10, if you see them protruding. And then he finishes, فَلَا تَظُنَّنَّ أَنَّ اللَّيْثَ يَبْتَسِمُ. Then don't think that the lion's smiling. But here anyway we see, Al-Mutanabbi doesn't say إِذَا رَأَيْتَ أَسْنَانَ اللَّيْثِ. It doesn't say the asnan, because the asnan is a general term for all of the teeth. It's, the nuyub are the ones at the front, and your molars are the durs, and there's probably other terms for your incisors, whatever they are. I don't know all of them even in English, I don't think. Anyway, so what is it? She says, the teeth are protruding like this. لماذا? Why? لأنهش بهما نهشا جيدا. So this verb, is it nahisha? It might be nahisha or nahasha, I'm not 100% sure. But the present tense is definitely yanhashu. And it means to snap at something. I think it's quite, it's almost like a false friend that the term nahasha sounds like to gnash something, because it's not, translations might give you the word to bite, for me to bite, but it's not about the actual biting and the chewing, it's about like snatching something, the nahasha. لِأَنْهَشَ بِهِمَا, so that I can snap with them, نَهْشًا جَيِّدًا, a good snapping. I can snap with them, as in snapping with the teeth, not as in snapping a stick or something. So I can snap with them a good snapping. Thank you so much for watching. Any questions at all, please put the comments in the comment section below. If you're on the podcast, you can DM me on Instagram, anywhere at Arabic in 60 steps, and you'll get hold of me, inshallah. If you haven't seen the update on our members, you can become a member of the YouTube channel now, and that will give you priority in having your comments responded to, as well as a load of other benefits as well. We have a video here on the YouTube channel about all the benefits you get for being a member and supporting the YouTube channel and everything. So you can watch that separately, inshallah. I will put a really useful video up there for you guys to watch in the meantime. But that's all for now. See you guys in the next one. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.